Hey, Facebook dads and fathers. Hey, Russell Valentine here. I just wanted to share some information that hopefully will help you in your walk as a dad and a father. Our son today posted something and it made me think about, man, how fast time flies. And he posted a story or a post about the never-ending story. And it made me reflect upon, man, years ago when our kids were young, may have been a Saturday or a Sunday, it could have been any day of the week. Everybody in the living room, covers on the ground, pillows, and still in your pajamas or your lounging attire, watching movies. And the never-ending story. The story about the little boy who goes to the library, gets a book, comes back, goes up into his attic, and he's reading this story, and his character, I believe, is part of the story. And it was fantasy. There's a dragon involved and a bunch of other information. I think Falcor was one of the characters' names. But it just made me reflect upon, man, how much I love thinking back about watching movies with our children. Now, mind you, we have 3 daughters and 1 son. And the youngest child now is 20. So, I mean, the kids are up and grown and doing their own thing. But in our son now, he has a 1-month-old son himself. And it makes me want to share with you how much of us, or how many of us get, hey, we're trying to make it as a father. You may have had good mentors or, good father figures, or learn those lessons in life from people that did things that you had an example to go with of, hey, how do you raise your family? How do you train your family? How do you share love with your family? And, hey, I'm being as real as I can. At times, the cookie cutter, maybe love that you would have seen, or you read in a book, or you see in a movie, hey, we all don't experience that. And some of the things that you would have thought, hey, you would have been taught that, or you would have been shown an example of it. Hey, sometimes it may not be there. But as dads and fathers, you may be frustrated. You're trying to make it in life. You're trying to make the right decisions. And you may not have any good example to turn to say, okay, this is what you need to do. Now, I'm not saying I didn't have good examples. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is those maybe intangible traits as fathers that we need to embrace, or pick something to embrace. If you don't have the example that you are looking for, go look for it. We have a choice. But also, I'd like to encourage you that, obviously in this day and age, we're trying to get our hustle on. We're trying to provide for our family. We're trying to get a job. We're trying to speed things up. We're trying to get that car paid for, get that house, get that new vacation plan. Who knows what it may be. Even your business, growing your business, okay, you want it now. Immediate gratification. And I would encourage each one of you to just be where you're at. And it took a minute for me to hear that, and I got to give preps where they're due. Is Mimi Driver. She was on Nat Geo one day, and while we're overseas, we're watching this on TV, the National Geographic, and they have examples of movie stars that go on holiday. And I think she went to Tahiti or someplace with a girlfriend, and there's a film crew with her, and she's out there. She wants to see the whales, and she's out there lounging on the beach, and she's telling the interviewers, okay, she's explaining things about her life and the new hustle and trying to get things. You go, and she said, you know what? We just need to be where you're at. And I mean, it was like, boom, that makes so much sense. To be where you're at. Life is going to happen for each one of us. But there's no sense in trying to rush it. Don't settle for immediate gratification. Work for it. Put in the time, put in the effort. When you're in sports, hey, you got to practice, practice, practice until you get better. Or more practice, you're going to get better. With our business, practice, you're going to get better. As a father, as a dad, practice. You're not going to make the right decisions. I know, Lord, I haven't made the right decisions, but continue to stay in the game. Be there for your kids. Show them an example because they're watching us. I know that our kids are watching us, the good things and the bad things. But to be that positive role model for our family, take time, be in the moment with your kids. Don't worry about tomorrow because it's going to get here. But I just wanted to share that, this thing that was on my heart. Again, my son posted something and said, you know what? It made me think back about years ago watching movies with the kids. But hey, I encourage each one of you dads, hey, go out there, continue to get your grind on. Hey, provide for your family. Don't shuck your responsibilities. Again, Russ Valentine at you. Again, another version of hey, frustrated dads and fathers trying to make it and just trying to share with you, hey, some lessons that I've learned. All right, God bless. Take care.